Hello, beautiful creative souls. So let's get into tarot reading for February. So I have three decks here, the Abyss Tarot, the Muse Tarot, and this one is a personal deck that is themed around creativity and creative cycles. And we're probably going to use all three for this reading. So we'll start with the Tarot of the Abyss and just see what is our theme for February. So we have the Ace of Wands, which is all about creativity, beginning new things, and really that fire of inspiration. I think that's such a wonderful card with which to start this these monthly readings here on YouTube, and also just for this month. It's a beautiful month of creativity, of new ideas, fresh inspiration, and really the seeds of what it is that we are planting, the seeds of creativity that we're planting, any new seeds that you're planting, new goals, intentions that you're setting, any new projects that you've got going for this new month, for this month of February. Just take a little bit of time to think about them, to think about what it is that you're really creating, what it is that you want to focus on this month. So those are some beautiful idea seeds that you can really create. And the Two of Cups, another beautiful card that goes so well with this, is when you're designing your month, when you're planning out your month, really focus in on the things that you enjoy doing, on the things that you love to do, on really the things that light you up and fill you up with joy. So those are some of the things and the themes that you're going to focus on this month. So of course, this is from a very creative lens, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups, but also in general, I think these two cards just really speak of new new ideas, new inspirations, new projects, um and yeah, just doing more of what you love, uh pulling your attention inwards towards your own life, towards your own inspirations and motivations, and really going in and honing in on that. So let's keep these here, and then I'm going to pull from my personal deck. This one is themed around, like I said, creativity, the creative life cycle, and creative practices. So let's see what we get here. Pull out this. So this is complexity and the next step. So I think that when you pair it with these two, it really is about one, figuring out the next steps in the projects that you've identified, and also look at the complexity of your projects and the amount of time that you really have to devote to them. Are you making things too complicated for yourself? If that's the case, try and simplify it. And also, if you have like this really big creative vision that you're working towards, or this a long-term goal that you're working on, then really just start defining the next steps, because sometimes it gets really overwhelming when we have this huge project that we're focusing on, and one that has a long timeline. We kind of sometimes just get lost in the weeds, or we end up making things way more complicated than they need to be. We think about them too much, and they kind of just go around in our minds, and we kind of get into this analysis paralysis kind of state. So this is really, in a way, I think, really telling us to just not make things that complicated for ourselves, and to just focus in on the next step that will move you towards where you want to go, towards where you want to reach, towards what you want to achieve. So really take some time, if you can, to sit down with your planner, uh, consider everything that you've got on your plate for this month, balancing out your work life, your personal life, your creative life, and then really see what you really have the time for, where you need to focus your attention. Make sure that you're making time and space to do the things that you love, and and that you're not overcomplicating things. There are a lot of times when we tend to think that we can do a lot more than we actually have time for. So when you sit down with your planner and actually start listing out the things that you want to do and the things that you have coming up, you can begin to see where you're taking on too much more than you can, kind of where are you biting off more than you can chew. So really, also pay attention to that. And when you have your plans and goals and projects down, focus in on putting in some next steps for yourself. Make them steps that are immediately doable, that you can action relatively quickly, and just see how you can keep going. So anytime that you get stuck, anytime that you are unsure about what to do next, anytime that you are caught up in your own mind, in your own thoughts, in thinking about how big your project is, or just really going down on yourself and thinking that you're not doing enough, take a step back, pull back, look at all the steps that you've already taken, look at the steps, the small steps that will eventually get you there. So it's, like they say, there's a saying in Hindi which roughly translates to drop by drop the ocean grows. And that's really how our creative projects and our creative ideas and our goals, that's the way we achieve them, step by step, one thing at a time. Not really just putting ourselves down, not thinking we've not done enough, but seeing how we can carve out a little bit of time on a consistent basis, on a regular basis. And again, consistency does not necessarily mean each and every day. It could be every alternate day, it could be once a week, it could be on the weekend, just depending on what your life looks like and what kind of time you have available to you. Just focus on taking those next steps, making things probably a little less complicated for yourself, focusing on what you really love, and planting the seeds for what you want to grow. I hope that this reading resonated with you, and I hope that you have a wonderfully creative February. Take care. Bye bye.